my back, you laughing.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. As here guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready. At their own 19-yard line.
On the set. Hey, wahoo!
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. So don't say nothing.
On first down, Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you...
It got his man, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 79 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. 54. 80 weapon. Get it.
Here's Brown on first and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. A gain of 3, second down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short game. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now this one complete to Robert Foster. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Looking to throw. Brown. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Back to throw. Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
On the army. Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check, Mike 21.
Go.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Hey, orbit.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
'54's Mike. '54's Mike.
General West.
Watch 54. Don't get nervous. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Deuce, 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 deuce.
2nd and 6. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 34. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Like 22, he's coming.
Ready?
Brown from the gun, he'll throw. That is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
4 down, 4 down.
Like it.
Throwing again. Brown. Open man, here's Foster. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Brown now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Looking to throw. Brown. And his throw is incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Brown operating from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first.
Hey, high 7. Shoot.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's locked. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
5. X3. 218.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Hey, echo.
Check back 21. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time.
The 17-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster His third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point safely through, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And this one will be brought back to the 22. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Here's Brown, throwing on first down. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Jarrell Casey, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It's complete to Diggs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing third down. They'll try the left side. It's Moss, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And his kick is indeed good, and the Bills have come back. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Lock now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Wahoo!
Check back 21, check back 21. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
Be crippled.
Block now to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Topper! Ready?
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. "35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down.
I got you.
Get it.
Throwing to start the drive. Brown. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
And I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Brown, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2nd and 14. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Exit.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because, you know, the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 21 yards away. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st down, Moss. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
31's the mic. Let's go, G. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Hey.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Ready.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
31's the mic. I smell fear.
Brown from the gun. He'll throw. Got an open man. It's Foster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 12.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
2nd and 5. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Brown now from the gun on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Past the 20. Gets it to Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that.
Now Brown, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss, and he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 60 yards.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Hey, check Mike.
Buzz.
Mike 21.
Stop your whining.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
You must be getting tired of seeing.
On. Ready.
Clock now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. As his guy get this one out of reach. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The Bills on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey,
Let's get it.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Fair.
26, check 26. Check 50, check 50.
Hey, lock it. 5.
On fourth down, Brown. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Set, ready? 8, read.
Check 59. Watch the slap.
Hey, seam 6.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Record.
Hit it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Three down.
Now.
A lot going to throw it here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now.
And under pressure, they got him again. Marcel Darius breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Here comes the ball.
63. Bills 17.
run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20.